All right, so we have the cap rate or the capitalization rate. Can I talk right? The capitalization rate, right? We're going to talk about cap rates right now, and I want you to know that there are actually 4 of these. So yes, it is a very important metric, but there's 4 different ways of evaluating this metric, and you need to know all 4 so that you know how to utilize it when you're evaluating deals and buying properties, right? So quick review, capitalization rate is just a rate that we use to determine how much we're going to pay for a property. So it varies by market, it varies by property type, but as you are evaluating the deal, you want to know what the capitalization or cap rate is so you know how much you're going to buy it for, and that's based off the net operating income. But there's 4 different types of them, so let's go into them. You have your purchase cap rate, and the purchase cap rate is the cap rate that's based on the day that you buy it. So the day you take ownership, what was that rate based on the current numbers? That is your purchase cap rate, and that matters, right? But it's not the only way that you measure it, because the day that you buy it, there's a new owner, and that new owner is you, and you may get taxed differently than somebody else. So say for instance, there's a property that someone has owned for 20 years, they haven't done a lot of updates, and you got a great deal on it, or they got a great deal on it. They bought it 10 years ago. Now you're buying it today. And in today's dollars, you bought it for more. So there's a little company, an entity called the tax assessor. And the tax assessor is going to look at that new price that you paid and say, now there's another tax rate because this property obviously is worth more than it was 10 years ago the last time it sold. So they look at what you bought, and that becomes another measurement, right? Because it's based off income, and now you have a different tax bracket or a different tax expense for that income. So then where did you buy it at, and what's the cap rate for that new tax expense? Well, that's what we call the tax adjusted cap rate, right? So now you have the purchase cap where you bought it at, and then we're going to factor in taxes. Now we have the tax adjusted cap rate. Then we have what you call the year 1 tax rate. So say you come in, you have a plan of action, a plan of attack on the property. You're going to go through and make renovations. Well, what are those renovations going to get you in new rent? And so you project that out. And so that's what we call the year 1 tax rate. And so you have 3 now. You have the purchase tax rate, you had the tax adjusted cap rate, now you've got the year 1 tax rate, and then I'm going to skip forward, but you have the exit cap rate. And the exit cap rate, it said, all right, after I keep on this journey of renovating unit after unit, and I finish them all, and I have that new income that those renovations earn me, then what is that cap rate based off my projected income and expenses? That's what we call the exit cap rate. And also in the exit cap rate, you want to take into factor that the market may have shifted. So interest rates may have gone up some. There may be a housing crisis, a stock market crash, whatever. So you always want to adjust your exit cap up a little bit, right? You're basically saying that the market is going to be in a worse condition when I buy it. So cap rates are definitely important, but you have to understand that there are different versions of the cap rate. Purchase cap rate, tax adjusted cap rate, year 1 cap rate, exit cap rates. And you also have like year 2 and year 3. You can have a cap rate for different versions of the property and how it is at a specific point in time. It's important that you know that, so you make those adjustments and you understand when you're talking with brokers and investors what type of cap rate you bought it at, and what type of cap rate you're going to operate it at, and what type of cap rate you plan on selling at once you finish executing your business plan. So hopefully that breaks it down and demystifies the whole tax rate and how many versions of them they have, so that you're more knowledgeable. Hopefully you found this helpful, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.